اي ده احكي لك بس ما اريدك تكتمني.
قلت لك
امانه برقب تكسير. اي ده احكي لك بس ما اريدك تكتمني.
قلت لك
امانه برقب تكسير.
In this part of Iraq, for the police to arrest an Al-Qaeda suspect was unheard of 6 months ago. But last September, the local tribes declared war against them. Since then, they claim, over 100 senior Al-Qaeda people have been arrested. Channel 4 News has had unprecedented access to film in the Anbar province, controlled by Al-Qaeda for the last 3 years. The US military has lost more soldiers here than anywhere else in Iraq. 1,180. The tribal war against Al-Qaeda is led by this man, Sheikh Abdul Sattar. Not long ago, he was fighting the American invaders alongside Al-Qaeda. But when they began attacking his people, he took them on.
Al-Qaeda is killing us. They killed many of our sheikhs. They killed our officers, our policemen. The Al-Qaeda killed many of our sons, our leaders, our engineers in broad daylight, and forced our children away from school, because every day they would kidnap them on the way to school.
Now they say he's number 1 on Al-Qaeda's hit list. They've tried to kill him 5 times. They have killed 3 of his close relatives. They bombed his home twice. To get rid of them, he brought together 40 tribal leaders and now seems to be succeeding where the Americans failed for 3 years. This, the latest example of Al-Qaeda's handiwork. A car bomb in front of the house of a captain in the Sheikh's army. The house was full of children and women at the time, but no one was killed, although 6 children were injured.
They brought her from town 5 days ago. She's not talking or moving.
This is how Al-Qaeda drives a wedge between Sunni and Shia, and the Sheikhs have had enough. Now the whole region is rallying against Al-Qaeda. A few months ago, if you joined the police here, you'd be signing your death warrant. All that's changed. The tribal leaders have given their blessing and 11,500 volunteers have joined up. It is the Sheikh's army. He provides the men and the bulk of their salary, and they're on $500 a month. That's 5 times the average wage.
This station here was set up with the support of the tribal leaders of Al-Anbar and especially the support of Sheikh Abdul Sattar, head of صحوا. Our aim is to fight the terrorists.
These men happy to show us their weapons and equipment supplied by the Americans. These boxes of helmets have come from Texas.
Our men are very happy with their assignments. Their morale is very high. God be with them.
They say they've arrested many different nationalities fighting for Al-Qaeda.
We pass them on to higher interrogating authorities. No, not to the Americans. To the Iraqis.
They claim that this prisoner has confessed to being in Al-Qaeda, to kidnapping and killing dozens of people. Bilal is 29 and was captured 4 months ago. Now he's a valuable source of information for tracking down other Al-Qaeda members. The interrogator then questions Bilal about his last 2 victims.
سيدي جبناهم البيت بكرم والقتل صار مالهم صار على السده مال الزين. والله سيدي ما ذبحنا حد بالنشاء.
طيب ايش ذبحوا؟
والله سيدي بس قتل بكر.
الشرطة قامت بعدة عمليات وألقت القبض على كثير من الإرهابيين.
The police carried out many operations and arrested many terrorists. Now we have over 100 high-ranking Al-Qaeda detainees at the Anbar police center. And we also found many of their munitions. In one hiding place, we found chemical weapons intended to be used in Shayla area and Ramadi. Shayla is a mainly Shiite area. The aim is to create a rift between the Shiites and the Sunnis.
لأن الشعب هي الأغلبية شيعية وأرادوا أن يخلقوا الفتنة بين أخوتنا الشيعة والسنة.
The Americans trumpet all this as a major political success. For 3 years they've had no local support. Now the Sheikh's army is taking on Al-Qaeda for them. For the first time, the US brigadier has been invited to meet the Sheikh's council. These two would never have been so chummy a few months ago. Sheikh Abdul Sattar was arrested by the Americans 3 times, but now, well, my enemy's enemy's my best friend.
And it was my honor and my privilege today to meet my new friend, Sheikh Abdul Sattar.
The Awakening Council, Swara al-Anbar, has been an important development in the history of this province because shoulder to shoulder with coalition forces, the Awakening Council has done a great deal to bring security and peace to the province.
It certainly appears to be a White House dream come true. In addition, Saudi Arabia and Jordan are more than happy for the Sunni tribes to drive Al-Qaeda away from their borders. And the Sheikh is proud of his men's achievements in the past 5 months.
Despite the efforts of the government, which has been around how many years now? 4 years they've been fighting them and did not achieve successes as you have achieved.
So are we finally seeing here the American dream for Iraq taking shape, or just yet another faction tooling up for a civil war?